4 huge new signings in the summer transfer window have proved not enough, as we've lost 4 out of our first 5 games in all competitions, leaving us 3rd in the Europa League and 15th in the Premier League. And things aren't going to get any easier, as today we've got Spurs, Liverpool and City all in our next 3 games. But as ever, if you are enjoying the series so far, please feel free to like and subscribe, and let's get on with it. And we're starting off today's episode with even more bad news, as Christian Eriksen has gone and injured his shoulder. Fortunately enough though, it's not a serious one and he'll only be out for 4 days. Speaking of my squad though, Patrick Schick aside, who scored 3 goals in 5 appearances, and Frenkie de Jong, who's got 2 assists and 1 goal in 2 appearances, the rest of my team have had an absolute nightmare. Bruno Fernandes is yet to hit the form that he was showing last season, and Memphis Depay has only scored 1 goal and 1 assist in 5 appearances, really not having the impact I was expecting of him this season. As for the rest of my senior players, it's been poor performances left, right and centre. And things are not about to get any easier as we kick off our first game of this episode at Old Trafford, and it's a huge one against Tottenham. De Gea starts in goal, Dalot at right back, Rafael Varane and Martinez at the centre with Malacia on the left hand side. Jude Bellingham, Frenkie de Jong and Bruno Fernandes make up the midfield. Antony, Patrick Schick and Jadon Sancho start up front. Frenkie de Jong in the middle of the park finds Jude Bellingham. Nice ball. Jude Bellingham's going to try and look for a ball right the way through to Antony. It's a lovely pass. Can Antony try and find Patrick Schick? Instead, it's straight against the goalkeeper. Højbjerg for Spurs to bring this one out, looking to bring it out of his own half, and he finds Asensio on the right-hand side. He looks for Richarlison, who's starting up front for them, and Richarlison with a lovely ball. Unfortunately for me, Højbjerg's offside. Bellingham into Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong finds Bruno Fernandes, finds him well. Bruno Fernandes just trying to twist away from Højbjerg. And I'm going to strike here from distance over the bar, corner. De Jong's going to take the corner. I'm going to look for the head of Bruno Fernandes, who goes for a diving header. Is he going to get a second bite of the cherry? Yes, he is. It's, oh my word, it's going all over the shop. Sancho wins the ball high up the pitch once again. It's Patrick Schick all alone. No one covering or no one making any sort of option for him. Instead, Jude Bellingham eventually manages to get himself forward, shifts it onto his left, goes back to Patrick Schick. Spurs are back in numbers now. I'm just trying to see if I can find any sort of angle. It goes back to Malacia, and Emerson Royale tackles him. Jude Bellingham into Bruno Fernandes. It's been a bright and positive start from us in this opening 30 minutes of this half, but we've yet to fashion out any sort of real opportunity. Is this going to be the first one? No, it's not. It's headed away by the Spurs defenders. Richarlison for Spurs, bursting through the centre, and he looks for Heung-min Son, gets it back from him. Nice play from Spurs. Can we read it? No, we can't. Heung-min Son driving into the box. Dalot with a huge challenge. Antony picks this one up, looks for Bruno Fernandes, who's found himself in a really nice pocket of space in midfield. Bruno Fernandes bursts forward, finds Patrick Schick. I was going to say he finds Jude Bellingham, but a great interception from Skriniar. Jude Bellingham picks this one up in midfield, going to try and drive forward. Nice little check back, finds de Jong. De Jong finds Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes, I'm just going to try and shift this one onto my right. Does really well, strikes it against Dyer this time, who got in the way. Antony will pick up the loose ball though, gives it to Dalot on the right-hand side. Just going to try and find an angle to cross, switches it onto his left, dinks it in. Brilliant head, brilliant goal. It is Antony who gives us the lead here, and it's the first time this season that we've actually looked like we can actually go and win a game. Unbelievable start to the game. In the opening hour, we've been all over Spurs and deservedly lead 1-0 here. Lovely footwork from Dalot, shifted it onto his left. Lovely little dink in, and Antony got in between 2 defenders, powered it past the goalkeeper, 1-0. Bruno Fernandes into Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham's got Antony ahead of him if he can find him. It's a lovely ball. Antony gets ahead of the defender. Going to try and play this across to Schick. It's great defending. De Jong picks this one up though. Dalot has it. Dalot shifts it onto his right. Dalot strikes. Oh, it's just wide. Spurs have got a corner. Heung-min Son's going to take. Puts it into a dangerous area. Headed away by Dalot, who's been very, very good so far in this game. And in the end, Pavard, who's come on as a sub, blazes that one high and wide. Dalot into substitute Casemiro. He finds Bruno Fernandes, lovely feet to get away from the Spurs midfield into Jude Bellingham. Can he find Depay? The substitute he can. And the keeper comes out at lightning speed to put a block in, and Spurs get it clear again. Romero for Spurs to bring this one into our half. Lovely play from Spurs, but Martinez intercepts that really nicely. And now we can try and break here. I don't really have too many options. I'm going to try and play this to Antony on the right-hand side. Jude Bellingham tussling with Heung-min Son. The time is surely up here. The referee's got to blow the whistle, but Spurs have got 1 one last attack in them. Sessegnon into the edge of the box. It's Malinowski for Spurs. He now drives into the box, gives it back to Sessegnon, into Perisic, who strikes. What a save for David De Gea. And Spurs surely now with the last attack of the game. We are 3 minutes over the allotted time. The goalkeeper's up. It's headed away by Varane. It is backs to the wall stuff here. Spurs still have it. Skriniar trying to strike. It's Perisic now. Now we've got to try and do everything we can. Varane puts a block in. I'm just going to hack this one away. The referee blows the whistle and we have our first win in a game that I've actually played this season. A monumental win. A huge 3 points. And that gives us a massive amount of momentum this episode. And that save at the end from De Gea was decisive, but frustratingly, in spite of that win, it's only good enough to put us in 14th in the league. For now, though, we turn our attention to the Carabao Cup, and even though it's only September, we will play Liverpool for the second time this season in a mammoth third round tie. Several changes and a formation change today as Dean Henderson comes in goal. Gusto starts at right back, Mark Gay and Pau Torres in the centre, Luke Shaw at left back. Declan Rice and Casemiro will provide a shield in front of that back line, with Christian Eriksen in the cam position with licence to roam. Memphis Depay, Pedro Neto and Marcus Rashford will start up front. Into Rashford, who doesn't take the ball very well. It's Elliott who picks it up in the centre of the park. It's Arroyo on the right-hand side, who plays the ball right down the line to Mo Salah, and somehow he's managed to stay on side. He's got way ahead of Luke Shaw, gives it back to the right back. It's one-touch pass in between the two of them. Harvey Elliott now drives into the box. Where are my defence? 1-0 Liverpool, just like that. And we are right back to where we started in episode 1 and 2 of this season. All over the shop. Liverpool take the lead. Finds Eriksen in the centre of the park. Eriksen being chased down by Canate. And again, Liverpool now can break here. They're all over us. And that is a sensational ball into Mo Salah. He's managed to stay on side. Luis Diaz. 2-0 Liverpool inside the opening 15 minutes. What on earth is going on at Old Trafford? I mean, to be fair, it was an incisive counter-attack. Look at that ball through to Mo Salah. Luke Shaw with absolutely no idea where he was. And Luis Diaz just powers that straight into the back of the net. Gives De Gea no chance whatsoever. It's 2-0. Marcus Rashford on the left-hand side finds Casemiro, who's finding himself in an advanced position. Gives it back to Marcus Rashford. I'm going to curl this one. And it's off Canate. That would have been our best opportunity of the game. But fortunately, Declan Rice is high. Wins it back. What a strike. What a save. Eriksen will take the corner and he whips it in high right onto the edge of the 6-yard box. I thought Declan Rice was going to get there, but Alisson beat him to it. Pedro Neto finds himself in field. Looks for Marcus Rashford. He shifts it onto his left. Marcus Rashford to strike. Another big save. It's been a good response from us from going 2-0 down as Eriksen tries to put it right on the edge of the 6-yard box. It's headed away. Mark Gay, though, gives it back to Eriksen. I'm going to try and fling this one right back into the box, looking for Rashford. And again, he just can't get his head on it. Harvey Elliott to break now for Liverpool, and he looks for Mo Salah on the right-hand side. He's had the beating of Luke Shaw all game, and he's done it once again. Goes into the box. Where are my defence? Oh, it's absolutely shocking. What on earth is going on? Luke Shaw has had a disaster. Where was Pau Torres when I needed him? Mo Salah has given Liverpool a 3-0 lead. Well, it was an absolute disaster of a first half. Every single time Liverpool went forward, they looked like they were going to score, and they did score. 3-0. We've got 45 minutes here to try and pull off a miracle. Oh, what a ball. Right over the top. Right into the path of Luis Diaz, who's got the better of Gusto. Oh, that is absolutely unbelievable. What a phenomenal goal. They've scored 4 past us, and that was the best of the lot. And a ridiculous goal by Jota after some lovely build-up play from Liverpool. Lovely ball from Jota, and look at this volley. I mean, that is sensational. I can have absolutely no complaints. Look at this. Gets the better of Mark Gay, sends it past De Gea. It's 4-0, and surely it's game over. Eriksen trying to drive forward, just trying to fashion anything. Anything will do at this moment in time. Pedro Neto into Declan Rice. Declan Rice is going to try and find Rashford on the left-hand side. He switches it onto his left. Can I try and find a ball in? It's dinked in. It's not a great ball. It's cleared away by Liverpool once again. And Harvey Elliott now steals it away. Jota, Harvey Elliott. It's a central midfielder. Not quite sure who that was. But Luis Diaz now escapes with the ball. Drives into the box. He's got the beating of Gusto. And fortunately for me, sends it wide. Pau Torres to try and bring this ball forward. I've made a couple of substitutes to try and go a bit attacking. But to be honest, it's probably too little too late. Declan Rice picks this one up in the centre of the park. Finds the substitute Frankie de Jong straight away. Feeds into Depay. And Depay gets us back in the game. It's 4-1. 20 minutes remaining. Can we do this? Jota's come deep once again. It's Luis Diaz on the left-hand side. And now Jota driving forward. He's going to try and find Luis Diaz. Oh, the player switching's all over the place. Luis Diaz gives Liverpool a 5-1 lead. I'm trying everything I can. I'm smashing L1 to try and switch players to catch up. and it just doesn't do it. It's so frustrating. It's 5-1 Liverpool. We've got a free kick here, which Memphis Depay is just going to try and lift into the box. Just going to try and dink this one. It's a good ball in. Can Marcus Rashford get there? No, he can't. Alisson can. And that is that. The referee blows the whistle and puts us out of our misery. And as soon as we entered it, we went straight out of the Carabao Cup. Luis Diaz, the man of the moment. 2 goals from him in a phenomenal performance. Liverpool beat us 5-1 at Old Trafford. Now, granted, we've had some tough games to play, but it's been an absolutely shocking start to the season. 1-0 loss against Chelsea, 2-1 against Liverpool, 4-1 against Arsenal. The only saving grace was we managed to get a simmed 3-1 result against Watford, but we then followed that up with a 2-1 loss in the Europa League, and then we fortunately managed to beat Spurs at the start, but a 5-1 loss against Liverpool in the Cup means we've lost our opening 4 games out of the 6, and now we've got City, and desperate times call for desperate measures, and I'm about to make a huge decision. I'm switching up my formation. I'm going to a 3-1-4-2. I had a little bit of success with this formation against Liverpool in the final 20 minutes, scoring my only goal of the game against them. I'm sacrificing my fullbacks in the hope I can try and get some goals into this team. So here we go then. It is crunch time. Arguably one of the toughest games we will play all season. We are away at the Etihad against our Manchester rivals City. Sancho into Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong turns really nicely away from the defender and plays it out to Antony on the right-hand side. He looks for Bellingham. Bellingham definitely has options ahead of him, and he finds Bruno Fernandes, who tries to twist his way into a shot. Blocked off by Nathan Ake. Good start. Rodri for City. Into De Bruyne. Oh, lovely stuff from Martinez to get the ball back from him, and he finds Memphis Depay. Depay into Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham into Patrick Schick. He switches it onto his right, strikes. Big save. It's a corner here. De Jong takes, looking for the smallest man in defence in Martinez. Not the best person I wanted for it, but De Jong will pick it up again. Whips it back in. Looks for Varane. Just can't find him. Can we win it back? No, we can't. It has been a very good start in the opening 15 minutes though, but Mahrez brings the ball forward for City. It's a lovely ball into the path of Rafael Varane. This is the problem we have, but fortunately enough, Pau Torres is across to defend. Young into Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham with space to run into here. And I'm going to try and find Patrick Schick. He finds Antony. Can I try and find a ball right across into the path of Depay? He just couldn't reach it. Erling Haaland for City. He's dropped deep, trying to find his way into this game. But De Bruyne is challenged by Martinez again. And Bruno Fernandes can play this into Patrick Schick. He tries to burst away from the defender. He does just that. Can he keep going? Ah, no, he can't. It ends up dragging it wide. Haaland up top all alone, looking for a ball. But Pau Torres, intercepts that one really nicely. Jude Bellingham into Memphis Depay. Depay to try and bring the ball forward. I'm going to try and look for Patrick Schick. It's a lovely ball across to him. I tried to find Bruno Fernandes. I couldn't. And again, we just can't break the deadlock here. De Bruyne for City into Leao. It's Theo Hernandez now on the left-hand side and just tries to kick the ball forward. This is the problem we have with not having fullbacks. We are exposed in the wing positions. And Leao gives City a 1-0 lead. He just walks through our defence. It's what I'm saying. Without any fullbacks, we have a real problem in the wide areas. And Leao makes us pay. City lead 1-0. Pau Torres looks for a ball forward into Memphis Depay. Finds a really nice ball to him. He finds Bruno Fernandes, who strikes straight against the defender. Sancho picks it up in the wide area. I think he just drifted offside as the referee blows for half-time. It's so frustrating here as we kick off the second half. We dominated that first half for the opening 40 minutes. We just couldn't break the deadlock. And a moment of magic from City gives them a 1-goal lead. And now we have a mountain to climb. And that is a lovely ball through straight into the path of Leao. And again, we're exposed in the wing-back positions. But fortunately enough, Varane can come across to cover this time. Varane into Patrick Schick. He lays it off to Memphis Depay, looking for options up ahead of him. I'm going to try and play this back into, just behind Patrick Schick this time. Haaland for City dropping deep. Leao has it in a dangerous position again on this left-hand side. And again, it's Varane trying to cover. This time, Leao goes in field. Tries to play a little dinked pass into the box, but he gets it back after a soft ball from Pau Torres. City playing some really nice stuff here. Haaland tries to strike. Big save from De Gea. De Jong for United now. I'm going to try and release Memphis Depay down this centre. He tries to play the ball into Sancho. A good ball. Can Sancho try and play a ball into the box? He can. Looking for Patrick Schick. What a save from Ederson. Going to be Antony with the corner. I'm going to try and put this one into the penalty spot. It's Martinez. And another big save from Ederson. Right, we've got a second corner here. And again, I'm going to go for the same tactic. This time into Martinez. And this time, he puts it into the back of the net. And he equalises here for United at the Etihad. It is much deserved. We are back on level terms. De Bruyne for City trying to bring the ball forward. Pau Torres comes across to cover really nicely. And now we can try and strike a counter-attack again. It's De Jong. De Jong's going to look forward. Lovely ball into the path of Sancho. Sancho, he just can't get there. Oh, it's Bernardo Silva for City here in a dangerous position, trying to bring the ball forward, and he does just that. Gets past Varane, goes into the box. Can Haaland get there first? No, he can't. De Gea can, to my relief. De Jong into Jude Bellingham. Going to try and play this into Patrick Schick. He's got options ahead of him in Antony. Has he managed to stay on side? Yes, he has. Antony into the box. Antony for 2. Antony puts us 2-1 up here with just 3 minutes remaining. The City players are crestfallen. Antony celebrates. And for the first time this season, we have come from a losing position to put ourselves 2-1 up. A huge, huge goal here. And as you can see, straight away, I'm going defensive. I'm going 5 at the back, 3 in midfield. Anything I can do to try and hold on to this lead. De Bruyne to try and bring this one forward to City into the path of the danger man Haaland. We've just got to do anything we can to try and keep this ball. Patrick Schick wins it. I'm literally just going to play this absolutely anywhere. Pass it back to the goalkeeper. Hack the ball away. Anywhere will do right now as the referee blows the whistle. And that is a massive 3 points. A huge decision to change formation, but my word has it paid off. We come from behind. We beat Manchester City on their own turf. It is 2-1 United. And after that win, without doubt, we have ourselves a brand new formation. 3-1-4-2. We've brought goals back into this team. It's all out attack. And let's see whether or not we can continue this positive momentum. And we do with a massive 4-1 away win against your Gardens. Schick, Neto, Memphis Depay and Rashford all getting on the score sheet, giving us a much needed 3 points in Europe. And the good times just keep on coming. This time in the Premier League, Sancho at the double, 2 goals from him, a Bellingham goal sandwiched in between, a 3-1 home win against Aston Villa. And we're going to finish the episode off with another huge win. This time it's 3-1 away at Middlesbrough. Patrick Schick at the double, Sancho strikes again, and it's another huge 3 Premier League points. And so those results put us in 2nd place in the Europa League, and we've managed to drag ourselves up into 4th position in the Premier League, right up from 15th at the start of the episode to into the final Champions League spot by the end. What an episode, what a formation, what a way to end. Thanks for watching, I'll see you again next time.